Have you ever loved someone who slowly drifted away? Even while you were doing everything you could to hold the connection together, it starts so quietly. The longer replies, the colder tone, the sudden distance that you can't explain and they won't explain. You replay conversations in your mind, searching for the moment things changed. You wonder if you were too much or not enough. And in the middle of it all, a quiet ache forms in your chest, the kind that keeps you awake at night. No one talks about this part, how painful it is to love someone who keeps pulling back without telling you why. How confusing it feels when your heart wants to stay, but their behavior makes you feel unwanted. And maybe deep down, you've whispered the questions you're afraid to admit out loud. What did I do wrong? Why am I never enough for the people I choose? Where is God in all of this? If that's you, you're not the only one. Many believers carry the same heartbreak in silence, trying to stay strong, while their heart feels like it's slowly unraveling. Today's message is for that quiet part of you, the part that's tired, unsure, and just wants clarity and peace again. Truth number one: not every distance is about you. One of the hardest things to accept is this: sometimes their distance has nothing to do with you. We take someone's silence and turn it into a mirror. We assume their withdrawal means we failed, that something about us scared them, pushed them, or disappointed them. But very often, they're not running from you. They're running from something inside themselves. Some people love with caution because their past taught them that closeness is dangerous. Some pull away because affection feels unfamiliar. Some retreat the moment they feel cared for, not because you're wrong for them, but because love triggers fears they've never healed. When someone suddenly becomes distant, it's easy to think if I were better, they would stay. But distance isn't always a judgment of your worth. Sometimes it's the echo of wounds you didn't cause and you cannot fix. God sees the heart even when you can't. You see the quiet messages, the inconsistent emotions, the mixed signals. But God sees the root, the fears, the insecurities, the battles they never talk about. And when you understand that not every withdrawal is your fault, a little bit of the shame begins to lift. You stop blaming yourself for storms you never created. You stop carrying responsibility for what someone else refuses to confront. This truth doesn't erase the pain, but it softens it. It helps you breathe again. And it reminds you that sometimes their distance is about their story, not your value. Truth number two: love has limits, even godly love. There's a quiet heartbreak. Many people never admit loving someone so deeply that you start believing your love alone can heal them. You feel their pain. You see their fear. You notice the moments when they shut down, disconnect, or run. And something inside you whispers, if I just love them enough, they'll feel safe. They'll stay. But here's the truth, a soft truth, but still a truth: love cannot heal what someone refuses to face. Even the most patient, gentle, prayerful love cannot mend a heart that won't open. It cannot pull someone into growth if they are committed to staying the same. It cannot soothe wounds they keep protecting instead of confronting. Sometimes the distance you feel isn't rejection. It's a subtle warning, a quiet nudge from God saying, don't try to fix what I'm trying to heal. Because when you take on the role of healer, protector, savior, you begin carrying weight that was never meant for your shoulders. This is why loving someone who pulls away feels so exhausting. You're pouring into a space that keeps closing. You're offering stability to someone still living in emotional survival mode. And no matter how much you give, it never feels like enough, because the problem isn't your effort, it's their readiness. This truth hurts because you care. It hurts because you wouldn't pull away the way they do. But it also frees you. It frees you from forcing what isn't growing. It frees you from believing love must be painful to be real. It frees you from trying to save someone who isn't ready to be saved. Sometimes God allows the distance not to punish you, but to protect you from tying your heart to a love that would slowly drain you. Truth number three: you were not created to chase anyone. One of the most painful places to be is loving someone who makes you feel like you have to earn every inch of closeness. You notice the shift. They stop initiating. They answer when it's convenient. They give just enough to keep you hoping, but never enough to make you feel secure. And without realizing it, you start carrying the whole relationship on your back. You send the first message. You hold every conversation together. You reassure, you fix, you explain, you wait. And somewhere along the way, love starts to feel like a race, one you never agreed to run. But you weren't created to chase anyone. Not emotionally, not spiritually, not relationally. Love rooted in fear isn't love, it's survival. When you're constantly trying to keep someone from slipping away, you slowly slip away from yourself. Your peace fades. Your confidence dims. Your joy gets replaced by anxiety, the kind that whispers, "If I stop trying, will they disappear?" But the right person doesn't need to be chased. The right person meets you where you are. They choose you without hesitation. They show up without being begged. Their presence feels steady, not fragile. Healthy love walks beside you. It doesn't run ahead and expect you to keep up. And it doesn't lag behind, waiting for you to pull it forward. You deserve a love that stays when things get real. A love that communicates instead of disappearing. A love that doesn't make you feel like you're always one step away from being abandoned. And when you stop chasing, you create space for the kind of love that was meant to find you, not the kind you had to lose yourself to keep. Truth number 4. Their withdrawal can be God's protection. Sometimes the hardest truth to accept is this: their distance might actually be God protecting you. It's painful to hear at first. We naturally think, why would God let this person pull away? I love them. I want them. Why now? But God sees what we cannot. He sees the hidden struggles, the unspoken fears, and the roads that would lead to heartbreak. He sees the moments that feel like rejection, and He knows they might be preventing much deeper pain. Some relationships, if continued, can quietly erode your heart. The effort, the compromise, the waiting, it can slowly dim your joy and peace. God sometimes closes doors before we even realize we were walking into a trap of emotional dependence, repeated hurt, or unhealed wounds being reinforced. This doesn't mean the love you feel is wrong. It doesn't mean your desire is sinful. It simply means God is guiding your heart away from what could harm it, even if it doesn't feel like it. Distance can be a gentle, loving hand, not punishment, not neglect, but a reminder. Your heart matters, and God's plan is bigger than what you can see right now. When you begin to see withdrawal as protection, it softens the sting. It allows space for patience, reflection, and trust. And it reminds you that God's care for you doesn't always look like what we expect. Sometimes, it looks like someone stepping back so you don't have to step too far forward into hurt. Truth number 5. God won't let you love someone who keeps running forever. One of the quiet comforts God offers is this: He will not let your love be endlessly one-sided. When someone constantly pulls away, it wears on your heart. It makes you question your worth, your faith, even your ability to love. But God doesn't design love that constantly leaves you chasing, doubting, or anxious. The person meant for you will not disappear every time fear shows up. They will not run when closeness becomes real. They will not make your patience an endless test. Love from God strengthens you. It does not shake your soul, exhaust your spirit, or make you feel unseen. It builds peace, security, and hope even in the waiting. If you find yourself exhausted by someone's distance, take comfort in knowing this God's design for love is never meant to tear you down or leave you drained. The right person at the right time will stay with your heart, not away from it. This truth doesn't always make the pain disappear immediately, but it plants a seed of hope, a quiet assurance that love meant for you will not demand that you chase it forever. It will meet you where you are, and it will honor the heart God has placed in you. How to move forward with God. When someone pulls away, the temptation is to cling tighter, to chase harder, to prove your love. But moving forward doesn't mean giving up on love. It means learning to trust God's timing and protection. Start by releasing what God is not giving you. Let go of the need to control the relationship to fix someone else's heart, or to carry burdens that aren't yours to carry. Believe that the love meant for you will never require chasing. It will meet you with reciprocity, honesty, and consistency. Take time to heal your own wounds. The whispers that say, "I'm not enough," don't define your worth. God sees your heart, your effort, and your faithfulness, even when the world or the one you love does not. Finally, let your heart rest in God's presence. Allow space for peace, for clarity, and for renewal. This is not a step away from loving. It is a step toward being loved fully, without compromise, without chasing, without anxiety. God is guiding your heart, even through the pauses, the silences, and the moments that feel empty. You are not alone, and your heart is safe in His hands. Conclusion: if you're loving someone who keeps pulling away, take a quiet breath and hear this: you are not alone. God sees the ache you carry, the hope you cling to, and the prayers you whisper in silence. He knows your heart better than anyone. He sees every moment you've waited, every tear you've held back, every ounce of love you've offered. The love meant for you will not run from you. It will meet you with honesty, consistency, and care. It will not require you to chase, to beg, or to compromise your peace. You don't have to hold on to someone to be worthy of love. You don't have to sacrifice your joy or your hope to make love work. Your heart is precious, and God is guiding it toward what strengthens you, heals you, and fulfills you. So rest in this truth: the right love will never make your heart bleed quietly. The right love will not hide, will not run, and will not leave you wondering if you are enough. And until that love comes, your heart is safe. You are seen, you are known, you are loved. Even in the waiting, even in the silence, God is holding you, and that is enough.